It's the craziest thing. I go out to get the mail and I find this thing on my front porch. Gee, just what could this be? Well, I guess, why don't we just find out? And of course, for every great package, you need a great package opener. I think today we'll use the Cold Steel Trailmaster. Let's just find out what we got right here. I bet whatever it is, it's gonna be epic. Just got done redoing the edge. Cuts like a razor. Nothing to it. Now then. Drum roll, please. We gotta start bats in the attic. Well, that's... it's upside down. Oh yeah. Yeah, this looks great. If y'all have not guessed already, this is the Quadratec J5 light bar. The only light bar on the market with running lights. The newest addition to the TJ. I'm gonna relocate here and pick it back up inside. Getting a little warm out. That was weird, the video cut out. Anyway, 27 massive LEDs, combination spot and flood. Let's see, oh, here we go. Basically, the running light is just a miniature halo. Straightforward, awesome. I'm not going to do an installation video. There's plenty of videos out there of installation. And I don't know, I hate being distracted when I'm working on something like this. Especially when I may not know exactly what I'm doing. I'm learning all the way. But there's plenty of videos out there on installation, so yeah, it's not necessary. I will be doing a test video. The ones that are on YouTube, testing this light bar, I'm not pleased with. I don't think they carry. I don't think they really show too well what this looks like and what it can do. So I'll be doing my own. Expect maybe next week. I don't know. Life gets in the way, you know. And installation for this is about 2 hours, so don't you can't rush these things. Oh, instructions. Yes, I'll need this. So stay tuned. Coming up, it's gonna look sick. Quick. Well, light bar is up top. Running the cord down. As it turns out, rough country. Light bar brackets, you cannot run the cable underneath them, which is disappointing. I don't like a bunch of cables hanging out. Also, one of them is giving me some issues. The holes are not lining up correctly. So, nice truck. So what's gonna have to be done now? You can do this with a file, a round file. I gotta offset them a little bit, slot them. Of course, my dad, he has a better idea, and he can do it. He knows how to do it, but he's got a milling machine, and he's gonna slot them so that the holes line up. It's definitely better to slot the ones on the side because you got all that steel to work with. Definitely not a good idea to slot the hole that's on the front. But this one lines up just fine with the holes. The only issue is the panel right here on the TJ where the bolts are. After the bolts were removed, this thing kind of shifted forward, as you can see. So this hole does not, the hole in this panel does not line up with the hole behind it for the bolt. So the only way to fix that is We'll simply put the bracket on, push down on it so it lines back up, push down on it from right here so that it lines up, then put the bolt through it to keep everything in place. And anyway, the running light cord, it's pretty thin. We're gonna see if we can run it behind the light bar brackets, even though there's no slot for them to go behind. We're not gonna be able to do that with the main cord on the driver's side. But yeah, that's where we're at right now. And you know, installation said 1 to 2 hours. That's if everything goes right, and anybody that's ever worked on a Jeep knows that rarely ever happens. Anyway, so yeah, I am going to do an installation video because, as it turns out, there's very little resources for installing the Quadratec J5 on a TJ, and we got the power cable inside. It came in the mail, and this is going to be a learning experience the whole way. So hopefully y'all can get something out of it too. Anyway, we'll check back in later. So problems have been remedied. They require further remedying. Yes. I can't switch this thing around. Nope. Okay, basically, we my dad he got a hold of this while I was gone. And he slotted the holes a little bit. Yeah, they just had to be moved back. Did a little bit on this one too. We are gonna have to we're gonna have to do a little more slotting downward. I don't know if you can tell, but the level, this level is right, but we still need to drop the hole a little bit. And it seems to be only this this one bracket that the holes are not lining up. You definitely don't want to mess with this hole because there's not a lot of space to work with. The good news is I don't have to worry about this taking a hit or anything from any branches because this takes the brunt of every impact. So thinning out some material around the holes may not be the worst idea. This one lines up fine. The only issue is the panel behind it where the bolts came out of shifted forward a little bit. It's the upper part of this hinge. So these holes were not lining up correctly. A little bit of force applied to the top kind of helped everything line back up. This one's giving me a little issue. It's not wanting to thread in. It's a little, I don't know, I'm going to keep playing with this one a little bit. I really don't want to have to slot this one. But if you do need to slot holes, a round file would with very little pressure would do well. You definitely don't want to go over pressure and take off too material. Wouldn't be the end of the world if it did happen, but just, you know, be careful. Take it slow. The bolts that was provided with the brackets will have to, 4 of them will have to be replaced. They are too short. My mirrors, let me see if you can see this. Okay. Got the simple off-road mirrors. The mounts for them, that's all it is. They will go right here. And yeah, there will not be a whole lot of length for the bolts to hold on to all that. And I'm also kind of worried about the mirrors and the brackets getting in the way of removing the doors. So may have to cut off a little bit of the excess. yeah, it's always a little thing here and there. Just got to keep chasing after it. But hopefully, before the end of the night, we will have the light bar. We will have the light bar mounted, secured to the Jeep. We will not have it wired. At most, we will have the running lights connected. Unfortunately, this being a TJ, it won't be as simple as just plugging this in. We will have to splice this wire in with the headlights. Now here's the good part. By splicing the wire with the wires to the right headlight, that will be providing the power for the running lights. So you can work the running lights without having to hook up to the battery. So that's something. You can get it into a place and keep it there. You don't have to do this all in one night. And since it's illegal to use these on the road in North Carolina, I don't know about other states, but in North Carolina it is, just having the running lights working is fine enough. That's about it for right now. We'll get back to you as the project progresses. Alright guys, hey, we're inside the TJ. I got the switch panel removed. Okay, bear with me here because my terminology is not the best. Okay, so the switch that comes with the wiring harness for the J5 light bar. First, let me get this out of the way. I ordered the single circuit wiring harness for the J5. Quadratec sent me the 2 circuit. That's a lot of extra wires. Don't recommend it. Immediately let them know. Sent it back. They sent me the right one. No charge, no problems. And it was here in 2 days. They're shipping pretty fast. Anyway, okay. Back to this. I'm not using the switch that was included with the light bar because it's like a cheap AutoZone switch. It's nothing. What I did do is I went on eBay, ordered the proper switch for the TJ. It came with its own. A bird landed in my doorway. That scared me. It came with this. I don't know if you call this a wiring harness or whatever, but anyway, this is the switch. The wires that came with the TJ switch that I got off eBay. Instead of splicing the wires together permanently, I had my dad. I'm not good with wiring, honestly. Included the connectors, and the red, brown, and yellow. This is part of the wiring harness for the J5 light bar. The way it works, this is the wiring harness that is for the cigarette lighters. The plug for the overdrive switch, which is right here. This will still connect to the overdrive switch. This will connect, and this is part of the wiring kit for the J5. Basically, this plug would ordinarily plug into the charger. This is the second charger right here. And all this cable does is plug in between them. This is what has the wires that connects to the switch. The yellow wire, it will be run through the firewall. I'm not sure what you'd call that yellow wire. I mean, that's the one that connects to the battery. No, you can't tell up in there, but there's a bundle of wires that goes through. Damn it. There's a bundle of wires that goes through the firewall up into the left. In fact, I think this is it right here. Yeah, there's a big rubber boot through through an oval-shaped hole in the firewall, that you want to run it through there. If you can't just work it through with the other wires through the hole that already exists, you can easily make one. It's just a big rubber seal. Yeah, so I hope that helps. Now I'm gonna put my dash back together. We'll return later. Alright, I have the dash back, well, for the most part back together. I have the panel back on. I mean to tell you, that is a lot of wiring to fit behind that panel. It took a good bit of working. Some of the excess, there's a channel that goes kind of up and down in behind the steering column. I had to take some of that wire, put it up behind there. Yeah, very tight fit. Maybe a different wiring harness wouldn't take up as much space. I don't know. Yeah, still a lot of excess. This I'll probably just fold over on itself, hold together with some electrical tape, and put it up in the steering column. Other than that, now here's the biggest issue you're going to encounter if you want to use this light bar and this wiring harness on a TJ. This wire is thick. Like, this is 5/16, I believe it was. There's no way you can run it through a seam in the panel, the cowling that is. There's no way it'll fit between here. So what we're gonna have to do, and I don't like doing this, but you can get these for like $100, and it's gonna be a minor modification. But anyway, we're gonna take a round file. We're gonna file a slot into here, and we're gonna use this rubber grommet to protect the wire. You split the grommet and work it around it, but anyway, gonna make a channel somewhere here. I think it's gonna be about right here, to run the wire through. And after everything is underneath the cowling, there's plenty of room right around the hinges for you to run even this thick wire underneath. And all the excess wiring from the harness is just going to be bundled up under here. Probably zip tie it to this to kind of keep it out from off the bottom, because I know water runs in there. Yeah, you're gonna have your hands full doing this on installing this light bar on a TJ. But except the risks, I would say the running lights may be worth it. They are pretty sweet. Well, I think I'll do one more video once this slot is made, just kind of let y'all see how it is. Once that's finished and we run this the cable under here, it's just a matter of hooking up the battery and putting the cowling back on, and we're good to go. And after that will be the test video. And I'm just going to put all these videos together and into one for convenience. That's going to look so sweet. I can't wait. Alright, thank you for watching. Alright, this is embarrassing. I went to upload the video to YouTube for the review, and where I left off, I had mentioned how we were going to run the wire underneath the cowling, and the video I took of after modifying the cowling, well, I lost it. Yeah, so here I am again. But anyway, yeah, what we did was we took a compressed air die grinder and a Dremel bit, and we just very carefully ground out a little hole right here, and we took this rubber washer, cut one end, and we carefully put it into place with the cord through it. And we're going to work out I'm not sure what you call it. We're going to work out some that'll bolt in behind this bolt, and it'll keep the cord in place. I just don't like the. Well, it might be okay. I don't know. We might just leave it as is, but it's pretty good as is. Yeah, and you definitely cannot get this thick cord. There's like 5/16 of an inch thick thereabouts to go behind these rough country brackets. Well, except at the top. But yeah. Anyway, this works. I highly recommend this. Just you got to be very careful when modifying it right there. We had to stop every little bit to make sure it wasn't too big. But if I could do this again, I'd definitely go with different brackets. The 50-inch rough country brackets. Yeah, I mentioned that the holes did not line up with the bolts, so we had to go in, machine them, slot them, and if you're running these, I think these are Rugged Ridge mirrors, you're gonna have an issue. They will mount over top this, but if you like to remove the doors like I do, they will bump up against here. And now this, you kind of see I've had to do a little bit of modifications. I cut them off, and that works. So a little modification if you're running these mirrors with these brackets. You do not want 50-inch brackets for the J5 light bar. I cannot stress that enough. See, look at this. That is tight. It's the same way on the other side. In fact, and to make matters worse, the rough country mounts are not slotted. So to get this light bar on, I had to take one of them off and put the light bar through on the other side. Have somebody hold the light bar while I put the bracket back on the other. So yeah, pain in the butt. You cannot do that by yourself. So I insist, if you're gonna get light bar brackets, definitely get ones that are slotted on the top. And I suppose if you know what you're doing, you can slot them yourself, modify them. But yeah, so yeah, definitely get brackets that have the space underneath to run the cords through. I recommend it. Running the J5, you're going to want 52-inch mounts, and you're going to want them slotted at the top. I got around it. I actually had to go get on these, the heads of these bolts are 13mm. I had to go get a 13mm wrench and sand it down on both sides until it could fit into that gap. Other than that, I think that's everything you need to know. Have any questions, leave them in the comments, and I'll answer them as soon as I can. All right, guys. I think now would be a good opportunity to see what the light bar can really do. I've seen what it can really do. Now I get to show y'all. All right. First off, regular lights. Now these are not stock. I can't remember off the top of my head what model headlights these are, but they were put on by the previous owner, and they are brighter than normal headlights. They're LEDs. I'll include the specs in the description. All right. Now high beams. All right. Just a little bit brighter and a higher beam. Now then, what y'all been waiting for. And the running lights do put off a good bit of light themselves, but anyway, let there be darkness, let there be light. Damn, that's pretty good. Good vision. 27 LEDs. The 3 leading edge. Oh, I said leading edge. I'm not flying a plane. The single row 27 LEDs. 3 on each side are floodlights. The rest are spotlights. 18,000 lumens. And yeah, it turns night into day. This is good. I like this. Now, let's see what it can do on when we get on the trail. Alright, here we go. Coming off that logging road I was talking about. Now this is a forestry road right here. Man, that carries. Yeah, for the price. Holy shit. Pardon the language, that scared me. That was a big limb that fell back there. But anyway, yeah, for the price, $400, you get the running lights, which are worth it themselves. Oh, wait a minute. That looks like a little hoppy toad in the trail. I don't want to run him over. Nah, come on. Seatbelt. Hey, buddy, get on out of here. Get on out of here. Don't get. Oh man, that is a monster. Well, I think y'all have seen enough. I think you can make your own conclusions from here. Now, have a nice night.